Hey Pop, tell him one of my favorite stories is tell him what Miles Davis said to you when you were in the bar or the restaurant that night with your wife.
He kept looking at my wife, you know, and then he said, "Is that your old lady?" I said, "No." He said, "Who is she?" I said, "She's my wife." He said, "Won't tell you something, man." He said, "She's beautiful." I said, "No, look, Miles." I said, "I know that look in your eye." I said, "If you say anything to my old lady, I'll punch you in the mouth. And you would never play the trumpet again." He said, "Motherfucker." He said, "I would kill you."
You threatened to punch Miles Davis in the mouth?
I would have.
Oh, okay. Are you sure?
Mm-hmm. That music you playing is phenomenal. He said, "You somewhere between Johnny Hodges and Charlie Parker." He said, "You're traveling in some heavy company." Yeah. And this guy here, he's been listening to me since he was in a crib. Had Gigi backstage in his crib, he would be crying, and then when we started playing, he'd shut up. Gigi's something, man. I love this boy. He's my son.
That's right.
He's just like me.
Yes.
And he's different at the same time. His birthday is the same day as Joe Henderson and Johnny Griffin.
Did you know they have the same birthday?
I didn't know that.
April 24th.
Yeah. You know, Joe Henderson had a brother named Leon, who actually was a better tenor player. Mm-hmm.
Hey Dad, did you hear that Dewey Redman passed away?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I heard about that. But you know what? His son Joshua ain't gonna carry his name on. Joshua is good, man. He got it, man.
Oh, yeah.
He can play his butt off.
Yeah.
You know, trumpet player I like in New Orleans, Nicholas Payton.
Oh, yeah.
He's good, ain't he?
Yes.
He's got it. His father was a good friend of mine. I asked his father, I said, "Walter, how did Nicholas learn to play so well?" He looked at me and smiled. He said, "Man, he came here with it." He said, "I knew he was going to be good the first time I heard him play on a 10 flute." And you know what his father would do when he was playing bass? He'd get hot. He'd hold it like a guitar, man, and be pumping that beat on it, man. I used to hear him play Bach in triple stops. And don't miss a note.
Man, we gone through like the whole history of jazz in like just 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And you know who I would have fought in a minute for? My mother. Man, I love her more than anybody in the world. She bought me my first saxophone. She told me, she said, "Junior, you take this saxophone and you learn to play it very well, so you don't have to work as hard as I do to make a living, you know." I started taking lessons in 1945. And in 1947, I went in the Army, got in the Army band. You know who taught me how to read music? Warren Bell. You know him? He's from New Orleans. He played with a light sound like Lee Connick, but he could read cow shit on a piece of paper, man. You know who else had a brother who was a good saxophone player? Coretta Scott King. She had a brother named Wimp Scott. He played first alto, I played third next to him. I used to listen to him to know when they come in. He looked at me one night, he said, "Nigga, if you want to be a musician, you better learn." He said, "Cause if you listen to me," he said, "I'll trick your ass and make you come in when you're not supposed to." Yeah. You know what I told him? I said, "Man, fuck you. I'm gonna learn to play this hard and I'm gonna play it better than you."
First chair.
That's right.
He's got his lady friends out here who pay close attention. All right, well.
I've always been a ladies' man.
Uh-oh, here we go.
Always. Since I was a baby. He's the same way.
I think that's why we get along so well.
You know who's begging in the Hall of Fame to let him in? Pete Rose, Charlie Hustle. They called him betting on his own team.
Okay.
And they said he was an alcoholic. They said the drunker he was, the better he played. You know who was from Georgia that I liked a lot? James Moody.
Okay. More music
James
talk.
Moody? I was begging him to wait on me. He said, "Look, man," he said, "I'm not a pawnbroker." He said, "You play me when you can." He said, "Cause I trust you and I love you." I said, "Man, you something else."
So y'all both play with Hilton Ruiz then. You got something in common. And y'all both play with me too.
Yes.
See?
He rest in peace.
May he rest in peace. Yeah, man.
He was a beautiful person. I loved him.
What?
I gotta make you a copy of the album Back to Paris. And it's a live recording with my dad on saxophone, Hilton, Freddie Waits on drums, and Jack Gregg on bass. So there's only 2 surviving members of that cast, my dad and Jack Gregg. Come to the crib, listen to that album. You can hear Hilton in my pop 1980.
And play that record so live.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Philly Joe Jones.
Philly Joe Jones, and Kenny Barron, and Cecil
Philly
McBee.
Joe Jones. He threatened me, man, to play what I always dreamed I could play.
Two-
And it's a pleasure meeting you. I've been waiting.
It's an honor for me, sir. It's an honor for me.
Y'all got more in common than you even know, so I'm sure y'all will find out little by little.